Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. We are going to make a video right now covering, did the UK just ban Binance? I've just got done with a 4-hour drive, had no intentions of making another video for you guys today, as I've already released two. However, my phone was absolutely blowing up throughout the car journey, so I thought we better cover it, we better dive into it, we better make sense of it all, because there are a lot of individuals out there right now who believe that Binance has essentially, they're no longer allowed to operate in the UK. This is not the case. Essentially what has happened, and we're going to be covering the kind of official response from the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authorities, which are the kind of financial regulatory body of the UK. What they've actually said, essentially what they've done, I'll quickly break it down for you if there's some of you that are so worried about this that you can't wait throughout a whole video. They've come out and said that Binance essentially, and they've not even charged Binance with this, they've charged Binance Market Limited, which is a company that Binance actually owns. We're going to cover Binance's official response on this, of course, as they've come out on Twitter about an hour ago to kind of give some clarity perhaps on the situation. But essentially what they've done, because cryptocurrencies aren't regulated, they can't come in and say you need a regulatory license to sell these products. So for your spot crypto, you buying Cardano or you buying XRP or Ethereum or Bitcoin and holding it on Binance, they're not saying that that's what they're doing is wrong. What they're saying is Binance are offering services such as derivatives, so futures exchanges to be traded. Sorry, not future exchanges, futures, so contracts. We also know that Binance offer things such as Coinbase, a tokenized Coinbase stock, and a Tesla stock. It's these things that they're really going after, the things that they have regulatory clarity on already, that they can actually, do their job on. So I think people are really blowing this out of proportion. I've seen a lot of articles as well that are essentially saying, look, Binance is banned in the UK now. And I'm like, come on, guys, this is just because the market is already in quite a negative sentiment as it is. We've gone through, we're now 55% down as a market. This sort of news really has a high impact. So we're going to break it down. And the first article I want to read you is from The Guardian. This essentially explains what's going on. We'll read the FCA's official kind of warning, the watchdog warning, and then we'll read Binance's response. So the UK financial watchdog cracks down on cryptocurrency exchange Binance. Britain's financial regulator has ordered Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, I think it is the largest, to stop all regulated activity and issue a warning to consumers about the platform, which is coming under growing scrutiny globally. What they're referring to is Japan came out and said the same thing. Also, I think charged Binance Market Limited, not Binance themselves. In a notice dated the 25th of June, which we're about to read, the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, said Binance Market Limited, Binance's UK entity, must not, without the prior written consent of the FCA, carry out any regulated activities with immediate effect. Binance did not respond to a request from the comments on Sunday. We're going to get into their response in a second. While trading of cryptocurrencies is not directly regulated in Britain, offering services such as trading in crypto derivatives does require authorization. The regulator did not explain why it had taken the measure against Binance, which has previously said it takes legal obligation very seriously, quotes, and engages with regulators and law enforcement in a collaborative fashion. The FCA stepped up its oversight of cryptocurrency trading, which has soared in popularity in the UK alongside other countries. So they'll be referring to other countries in Europe. I think it was like 2.3 million people in the UK own cryptocurrencies. That's huge, guys. So yeah, there's definitely a growing interest. But what regulators need to do now is not be too overzealous with their regulations, because it will completely kill, as they've killed off many industries. You guys know I'm a kind of libertarian. In fact, I am a libertarian very much so. And I believe in regulations, but I don't believe in regulating something to the point where you strangle it and kind of constrict, it growing and taking its natural form. Since January, the FCA has required all firms offering cryptocurrency related services to register and show they comply with anti-money laundering rules, which Binance do with their KYC. However, this month it said that the 5 firms had registered and that the majority were not yet compliant. I feel for these companies, because whether it's, we know Binance US, essentially came out of them coming under scrutiny for a similar thing, so they had to create a different entity that was compliant with the US regulatory body. I feel for some of these exchanges, because Binance, by the way, is the largest in terms of volume exchange that there is. They're huge, guys. They're a mammoth, they're a behemoth, and they've always sort of been in a bit of a grey area. If you followed Binance over time, and I've followed them since 2017 when I first set up a Binance account, even though I don't necessarily use Binance anymore, the only reason I use Binance now is, you know, I cold storage all my crypto, which I think is the way to go if you sort of follow what this space is really all about, and kind of self-sovereignty and government and governance over your wealth. You know, I'd only really use them to get into a token perhaps that I couldn't find somewhere else. But Binance overall for newbies are actually a great exchange. They really are. Certainly if you switch to Binance Lite, any of you that are struggling with the kind of interface of Binance, switch to Binance Lite. Very new, user friendly, like Coinbase. And these are the kind of gateway platforms, Coinbase and Binance. So what we're reading so far is they've launched something against Binance Market Limited, which Binance actually are going to mention in this kind of Twitter onslaught, this 4 kind of stage Twitter onslaught reply. So what we've got is they're not banning cryptocurrencies and actual cryptocurrencies trading, spot trading. They're banning derivatives, so things like leverage, lots of you know, things like futures, things perhaps like contracts. So that's what they're going after, because they are regulated. What's the word? Financial instruments, if that makes sense. So this is the actual FCA website. Consumer warning on Binance Markets Limited and the Binance Group. So bear this in mind that this is against Binance Market Limited, essentially. Binance Markets Limited is not permitted to undertake any regulated activity in the UK. This firm is part of a wider group, Binance Group. Due to the imposition of requirements by the FCA, Binance Markets Limited is not currently permitted to undertake any regulated activity without the prior written consent to the FCA. No other entity in the Binance Group holds any form of UK authorization, registration, or license to conduct regulated activity in the UK. The Binance Group appears to be offering UK consumers a range of products and services via a website, Binance.com. So essentially just reiterating what we've just read. This is just the FCA's official response. And like I say, they're going after things like derivatives. They're not going after spot trading. Now, this is Binance's response. We're going to wrap this up, guys, because I'm super tired. I just thought that... I saw in some of my recent videos people mentioning this, and I thought we'd give some real clarity. Now, I can understand why people are mad. Like I say, we're already in a negative kind of sentiment market. I'm not mad. Worried is the right term, but you really have no reason to be, guys. One thing that I try and tell you all the time is you need to read between the lines. We will know with a lot more certainty if or what's coming towards Binance. When the news initially breaks, there's this big kind of FOMO, but reverse FOMO, I guess, FUD kind of phase where no one really knows what's going. YouTubers get on and they make videos with big clickbaity titles like I will probably do for this one, and you know, it gets really out of hand. So this is Binance's official response. Then we're going to wrap this video up and kind of give you a conclusion on it all. We are aware of recent reports about the FCA UK notice in relation to Binance Markets Limited. This is very interesting. BML is a separate legal entity and does not offer any products or services via the Binance.com website. So you in the UK will use Binance.com, not the BML that the FCA is essentially going after. The Binance Group acquired BML May 2020 and has not yet launched its UK business or used its FCA regulatory permissions. For any questions related to BML, please contact, and then it gives you the compliance at binance.uk. The FCA UK's notice has no direct impact. Most important thing of this entire video, guys, the FCA UK notice has no direct impact on services provided on Binance.com. If you're using Binance.com, if you're holding your crypto on Binance.com, if you're trading on Binance.com, what Binance is officially saying is that this has no impact on you, as it's BML, which is Binance Market Limited, that has essentially been the allegations have been brought against, and the kind of halt of trading has come forth. Our relationship with our users has not changed. We take our collaborative approach in working with regulators, and we take our compliance obligations very seriously. We are actively keeping abreast of changing policies, rules, and laws in the new space. So they're basically saying, look, we've done nothing wrong, guys. We're not worried about this. The slant is that, you know, this doesn't affect UK users. Wherever this ends, that, you know, Binance perhaps in the UK and probably globally are going to have to stop things like derivatives trading or what, we don't know, but we'll know with more clarity. So as it stands right now, take Binance for what they are saying. You know, like I say, I'm a big advocate for using, you know, whether it's a Ledger Nano or whatever it is to store your crypto on, a cold wallet. Anyway, so I never keep any crypto on exchanges because that's a dangerous place to keep them, I believe. Although, let me reiterate that it's not that dangerous, because these custodians, as long as your personal information isn't, you know, too widely accessible for people that may look to do you harm. Some of these exchanges are actually fantastic for keeping your crypto, because they actually have a vested interest in keeping it safe, because they have a brand name attached to it. Certainly Binance and Coinbase and a few others out there. So yeah. So as it stands right now, guys, you've got nothing really to worry about. I don't think at all. I think we will know with more certainty over the coming days what's going to happen here. But Binance, the FC UK notice has no direct impact on the services provided on Binance.com. Our relationships with our users has not changed. That's all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you. You know, you've got to try and see the wood through the trees in these markets. It would be a huge blow, of course, if Binance did get banned in the UK, and would just really show, you know, an unfair playing field, I guess. All I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love and leave you on that note. I hope everyone has a fantastic Sunday. Hope you're spending it with your families and your loved ones. And I will see you all in the next YouTube video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.